Once upon a time there was a merchant. He had a beautiful wife who loved extravagance both in clothes and parties, which cost him great deals of money. Among all of his friends and guests, none was closer to the merchant than the very bold, handsome, and attractive monk named Don John. It was when this merchant and monk met before he made a trip to buy goods that the story begins.
Hello, my dearest friend. I have brought the best of wines and food.
Wonderful. It is great to see you. Let us enjoy each other's presence with this wine before I go on my voyage.
Drink and played games for a day or two. On the third day, the merchant went to his counting house to see how he stood at the end of the year and what he was able to do on his journey. Meanwhile, in the merchant's garden,
What bothers you so much then? You get up so early.
5 or 6 hours of sleep is good enough for any man, unless he is old or married. But my dear lady, why do you look so pale and tired? Is it that your husband were busy in bed last night that kept you awake?
Oh no, I get the least of that of any woman on earth. I dare not tell you what burdens me so. I could just kill myself, for I am burdened such.
God forbid! Don't kill yourself. Lessen your burden. Share it with me that I may help. My lips are sealed.
Mine too, for no matter what, I will keep any secrets of yours. If I had time, I would tell you my life story, or how I suffered since marriage. But I don't want to offend your friendship with my husband.
He is no more a friend than this dead leaf. I am only his dear friend to be close to you, my dearest love. Hurry, tell me your trouble before he comes.
My dear love, I can hold in my sorrow no longer. My husband is the cruelest man alive. Women desire only 6 things in a husband: bravery, wisdom, wealth, generosity. With that wealth, obedience to his wife, and liveliness in bed. He has none of those. He doesn't even give me money to spend on all the clothes I want. I mean, look at all these rags I must wear. I need 100 francs to buy a nice coat, to look nice for my husband. But he can't know. Could you give them to me? I will repay you with any pleasure you ask of.
I feel so sorry for you. I promise I will give you your money when your husband has left on his journey. And let's have dinner as soon as possible. And be as faithful to your husband as I'll be.
God forbid it be otherwise.
away lighthearted and gay to tell the cooks to make dinner and call her husband, despite her desire to be left undisturbed.
Who is it?
Good gracious, it's your wife. When are you going to eat and stop needlessly counting your coins? Heaven knows you have enough. Come down and eat with us. You keep your guests waiting.
Woman, you know little of the dealings of a merchant. I must keep close accounts of my records in books in order for us to live in wealth into old age. Tomorrow I leave for Flanders, but I will return to you soon. I beg you, be obedient and keep our household wisely and virtuously. You lack no clothing, no provisions, and have enough money.
Finished dinner, and when it was to an end, the monk led the merchant aside.
May God bless your trip and silence your fears. If there is anything I can do for you, do not hesitate to ask it of me. I do have one request. Could you lend me 100 francs? For I must buy stock animals for the monastery and lack the funds. If I had the money, I would not ask it of you, and I will certainly repay you quickly.
It is the least I could do. Take what you want and freely repay it. But remember that it is my livelihood.
Thank you so very much. Please don't tell anyone about this deal.
Quickly to the point, the fair wife had agreed with Don John that in return for 100 francs, he could have her exercising all night with him. And if this agreement was carried out to the letter, all night they would work merrily away until dawn. Then Don John left, bidding the staff farewell, good day. Returned, he celebrated and feasted with his wife. He told her of all of his costly purchases that he now must pay off, but once paid will make him a richer man. He went to Paris and got most of his money and paid a visit to the monastery to see Don John, as a good friend does. At a feast, Don John heard of all of the merchant's money dealings and how he was still in need of money.
It just so happens that I left your gold with your wife at your house. She surely will remember it by facts that I can recall to her. It has been wonderful seeing you again. And I must continue on, for my abbot has me leaving. Farewell.
He got all he needed and balanced his debts in Paris, making thousands of francs from his trip. The merchant and his wife worked merrily all night, for he was rich and clearly out of debt. When dawn came, the merchant started exercising all over again.
No more. You've had enough.
I am a little angry with you, for Don John has paid me back 100 francs, and you did not tell me nor write it down. Do not do that ever again, or I might ask him for money he has already paid me back.
That false monk. I care nothing of his talk of receipts. I know very well that he gave me money. I thought he had given it to me to spend it in return for my hospitality, and so I spent it on clothes. Forgive me. I will surely repay to you day by day in exercise. Do not be angry.
I forgive you, but do not be so foolish in the future.